Alright, hello everybody, this is Omnigamer. I'm making this, well, hopefully short video to show off my recording setup mainly, and just kind of my workspace and how I've gone to great lengths to try and ease my use of all sorts of different consoles. First things first though, let's address just this, my lovely console wall. As many of you know, I am a collector of Super Nintendo games, ignoring all the crap at the bottom, but I currently have something like 500 Super Nintendo titles, various other knickknacks, and, well, a lot of other games too, just because games are fun and awesome. But yeah, this is not the main thing to show you right now. What we're going to be looking at is my console wall, so to speak. Oh, there we go. Basically, I've just tried to arrange almost everything that I can in some way that's at least easy to get to, so I don't have to really worry about trying to hunt down, well, cords, getting everything set up in all sorts of different scenarios and other situations. Yeah, all of that, and well, by all of that I mean at least the SD stuff, so everything that I'm going to be more likely to stream and show off is all connected by RGB, and that goes into this Bandridge switch. Wow, I can't keep it steady. Goes into this Bandridge switch, which is an automatic switch. It's SCART RGB, and it will automatically choose the source and pipe it out to an XRGB2. The XRGB2 then puts it out, it line doubles it to 480p, and that goes out over VGA to this VGA matrix. The matrix, it broadcasts it out to my monitor, so I have 3 monitors, the 2 that I actually use to work in general, and this third one, when I'm not using it for gaming stuff, doubles or as a third monitor, but that goes straight out to the monitor. It also goes down to there's no way you're getting in good light down there, but I've got a transcoder that'll go to from VGA to component. That is necessary so I can actually capture it on my stream PC, which it picks it up on an AverMedia C127, and the whole reason I need to do that is just because the Micomsoft cards are incompatible with my motherboard for whatever reason, and I've got a secondary machine right over here that the entire purpose of that is to actually be a recording machine. So when I'm doing runs, I'm actually recording on this one and streaming on this one, and this is my main workhorse. So that's all that all goes about, and just a huge amount of wires and mess to go around over here. But yeah, that's the first portion of it. But I've also got a fair number of, well, I'll cover these guys a little bit later, but we've got the HD stuff. So 360, there's a PSTV over here, which you might not be able to see, and the Wii U. And all of those go through this HDMI switch, and that basically broadcasts straight out to the monitor right now over HDMI. And that's something that I can control to cover between, well, we can do just pressing the button, cause it to switch over. There's a little bit of delay, but it's pretty easy to do, and everything's within an arm's reach, so pretty simple to just pick up and go. I don't do HD stuff terribly often, but it works out well when it needs to. Yeah. But other than the HD stuff, there's a whole other process that I have to go through for anything SD related. Just setting that up on the side right now. And this is just on the capture side. The actual playing side is much simpler. So if I want to just play something SD, it's as simple as turning on the console I want and turning on the XRGB2. And as I said, this will line double it, and it pushes it out, and we get, uh-oh. Did I configure this right? Probably not. Well, minor difficulties, of course, when I'm trying to show it off. In any case, we've got all variety of consoles hooked up through the switch. All that I need to do is actually just swap the input on the monitor, and we can go from there. So only the best and greatest from all of these to work with. Oh, that's probably why. Yeah. There we go. Much better. But yeah, so that's one. I can just change it manually, so like just go straight over, and we've got Saturn hooked up on one of these guys. And then PlayStation on another. I typically would use this for PlayStation 1 and 2. However, for 2 I just swap out some component cables, which has a different way of kind of working in with this setup. But like I said, it's an automatic switch. So for example, if I just go and turn on the NES, it'll automatically swap inputs to that. And we can just instantly work with NES, or in the same way Super Nintendo or any of the other SD consoles that I showed. Instantly swap over, and you can be playing Time Cop in no time. The N64 over here is not currently hooked up, so I'm not going to be showing that off. It uses the same cords as the Super Nintendo though, and I really don't play 64 all that much. But when I do, I mean, it's just a matter of taking out the multi-out cable and putting it into the 64. But these guys, like I said, they work out just a little bit differently, and the whole process with them is kind of an anomaly. So the first thing to kind of note on that, the Dreamcast can output over VGA, and I have that set up as a pass-through on the XRGB2. So all I need to do is turn off the XRGB2, and we'll instantly have Dreamcast going. Unfortunately, just because of the chain that I have to go through, the output signal is 720 by 480, and it really confuses the encoder that I have. Still can't see it, but so the capture of Dreamcast content gets to be a little messy, and it really is not all that happy with it. On the other side, the GameCube, I have the component cables for that, so we hook them up through somewhere down in the pit. I've got another transcoder, and it'll go from component signal to RGB over VGA. So that basically comes right back up into this matrix, and if I want to just swap to GameCube, I just have to swap the inputs. Yep. And unfortunately, a bunch of the transcoder itself isn't working all that great, so we end up with some really awkward colors. And again, my capture card is not able to pick it up well either. So for the most part, if I want to display anything related to GameCube, I'll just pop it through S-Video instead, so I can capture it pretty well. And that pretty much wraps it up. it's a lot of kind of hard to find hardware that I've had to use to set this up, and some of it's starting to fail me, sadly. I should have good solutions for that coming soon, since I won't have to rely on the XRGB2 for too much longer, and I can start working with the OSSC, so I might make a second one of these after that. Oh, that's right. Something else, just to show off some of the other little bits and pieces. This is the Arduino that I have set up. I just kind of made my own harness out of a Super Nintendo adapter cable. So that just hooks up. We've got a regular Super Famicom controller here, and this is how I capture the inputs from my input viewer and reader and logger and all the rest of that. I've also got a development board specifically for the polar chest strap heartbeat monitor, and that's what I use to set up my heart rate monitoring whenever I use that on streams, which I haven't done it too much, but I intend to use it strictly for much better runs. And I mean, that's that's all the various technology that I use in a lot of this. But yeah, just wanted to kind of show that off. This is the solution that I came up to with fairly minimal lag when displaying SD content after it's been line doubled or otherwise. There's still things I could do better. If you want to know like specific models and other stuff for the stuff that I'm using, just send me a PM, and yeah, I can help you fill in that information. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope it was interesting, and yeah, I'll catch you at a stream soon.